Good morning, student. Now this is the second lecture for NMR spectroscopy. Now in the first lecture we discussed about the nomenclature, that is designation of nuclei under coupled system, and as well as we also discussed about the first order NMR spectrum and found that where the frequency difference between the coupled sets of proton is divided by the coupling constant. If the value is greater than 6, then the spectrum of those molecule comes under first order. For first order spectrum, we should follow AMX letters in order to designate each set of protons. That completed in the first lecture. Now coming to the second lecture, that is today's lecture, which includes the study of second order NMR spectroscopy, that is spectrum, as well as we have to discuss some examples as per your syllabus. Examples comes under both first order as well as the second order. Now coming to second order. Second order NMR. Second order NMR. Now, if the frequency difference between a sets of coupled proton is short or too small, that is the ratio of frequency difference between the coupled proton to that of their coupling constant value. Their coupling constant value, if the value is in between 0 to 5, if the value is in between 0 to 5 in any molecule, where if we found the frequency difference between the coupled proton to that of their J value in between 0 to 5, now the spectrums for those molecules are called as second order NMR. Second order. Is it clear? So delta nu divided by J for any molecule, if the value is in between 0 to 5, then the spectrum of those molecules are called as second order NMR. Now, if we found the value in between 0 to 5, that is called as second order NMR. For that, in order to designate each set of coupled proton, we should use letter A, letter B, letter C according to Popple's notation. If the value is in between 0 to 5, the spectrums of those molecules are called as second order. For designation of nuclei under second order condition, we should use letter A, letter B, letter C. Is it clear? For example, you take this is thiophene, chlorobromothiophenone. Chlorobromothiophenone. There are two aromatic protons. These two protons are non-equivalent, as this proton is adjacent to chlorine, this proton is adjacent to bromine. Is it clear? So these two are non-equivalent, hence coupled with each other and appear according to n plus 1 doublet signal. 1 plus 1 doublet and 1 plus 1 doublet. Both the protons are appear as a doublet. Now, the frequency difference between these two protons, a signal difference between these two protons, delta nu, is equal to 4.1 plus or minus 0.2 Hz. 0.2 Hz. Similarly, the J value of the doublet signal is 3.9, either plus or minus 0.2 Hz. The values are directly given. That is, the frequency difference is directly given, that is 4.1. Similarly, the J value is given 3.9. There is no need of further calculation. Now both the values are under Hz units. No need to transform into to change the units, because both the values are under Hertz units. Let us calculate. Delta nu divided by J is equal to, the value is 4.1, that is the difference. The J value is 3.9. The J value is 3.9. This is equal to nearly 1, more than 1 or greater than 1. Now greater than 1, the value lying under 0 to 5. Therefore it resulted second order NMR. So the spectrum for this molecule is second order. Why it is second order? It is because of frequency difference and J value are comparable. 4.1 divided by 3.9 is greater than 1. The value is in between 0 to 5. Hence it is the second order. It produced the second order NMR spectrum. Now there are two doublet signals for this molecule with least frequency difference. Two doublets with least frequency difference. The delta nu is 4.1. That is, the signals are very close because the difference is less. When the difference is less, the signals are very close to each other. So this is second order NMR. Second order NMR. Now according to Poppel's notation, if we found the value in between 0 to 5, then we have to use letter A, letter B, letter C to designate each set of coupled proton. Let us designate. Let us name the molecule. Now this is the proton adjacent to chlorine. When compared with this proton, as it is adjacent to bromine, this proton has higher delta value, that is downfield value. Therefore it is to be designated with letter A. So we have learned yesterday's class, that is the A should be assigned to a proton of higher delta value. Now in between these two, this has higher delta value, acquire A. Now the remaining proton is to be designated with letter B. So the whole system, there are A proton and B proton. Is it clear? Now in each set there is only one proton. A consisting one proton, B consisting one proton. No need to designate separately with a subscript. The whole become AB system second order. Is it clear? So the total system is called as AB system. A has one hydrogen, B has one hydrogen. Therefore we are not going to designate with a subscript. So when AB when AB system and comes under second order NMR spectroscopy. So this is about second order NMR spectroscopy. Now further coming to multiplicity rule and intensity rule. Multiplicity rule and what is multiplicity rule? N plus 1. N plus 1 is the multiplicity rule, where n is equal to number of adjacent proton to which the first set coupled. And intensity rule, where we can follow a Pascal triangle. Now let us discuss multiplicity rule and as well as intensity rule, whether applicable to second order spectrum or not. Now we have studied in the first order spectrum where both n plus 1 rule as well as the simple intensity rules are both are applicable to first order. Let us find out whether these two rules, simple multiplicity rule, simple intensity rules, are applicable to second order or not applicable. Is it clear? Now as a simple multiplicity rule and as well as simple intensity rules, both rules are not applicable for second order NMR spectroscopy or spectrum. these rules n+1 and simple intensity rules are not applicable. Now the difference between first order and second order, where in the first order the signals are corresponding or appear according to n+1 rule. A triplet is appear with 3 lines, doublet with 2 lines, quartet with 4 lines. And intensity, simple intensity rule is also applicable to first order, where the doublet appearing with 1:1 intensity, where triplet with 1:2:1 intensity, and quartet with 1:3:3 intensity, quintet with 1:4:6:4:1 intensity. So both the rules are applicable to first order. But coming to second order, simple multiplicity rule, n+1 rule is not applicable. I can explain why. Similarly, a simple intensity rules are also not applicable to the second order NMR spectrum. Let us discuss why these two rules are not applicable. Now, you take a general example. A general example, say one proton is A, one proton is X. One proton is A, the other proton is X. Now, if the groups attached with these systems are different, then these two protons become non-equivalent and coupled with each other appear as doublet. Now it's a NMR spectrum consisting of two doublet signals one is signal corresponding to A, one signal corresponding to X proton, 1:1, 1:1. Is it clear? Now you see, where the two doublet signals are clearly visible and frequency difference is too large, say for example delta nu is equal to 6.0 Hz. Now delta nu, the frequency difference between the two signals, say for example 6.0. Now first signal appear as doublet, second signal is also appear as doublet. So the signals are according to n+1 rule, applicable or appear according to n+1 rule. Now first doublet is appear with 1:1, second doublet is also appear with 1:1. So simple intensity rule. A simple intensity rules are also applicable and designated, one as A, the other as X. So this is first order. Now this is the first order. Is it clear? Now coming to second order. As decreasing the frequency difference, initially it is 6.0. If it is 6.0, the spectrum is first order. Now if the frequency difference between the two sets of coupled proton decreases, that is, as decreasing frequency difference between the coupled sets of protons, the two signals are come close to each other. Is it clear? Now while coming the two signals, when the frequency difference between the sets of coupled proton decreases, the two signal must be moved together, come close to each other. Now while moving the two signal close to each other, the outer line decrease their intensity and inner line increase their intensity. In order to move a signal together or near to each other, there must be decrease of inner outer line intensity and increase of inner line intensity. That is, further, if the two doublets, the same two doublets Now this is the case where this is A proton, this is X proton. Frequency difference is 4.5 Hertz. Delta nu will be 4.5 Hertz. Is it clear? Now you see, the frequency difference is reduced from 6.0 to 4.5, and we have seen clearly the two signals, one doublet, second doublet, but they are very close. They are near to each other. However near, the frequency difference is large. 4.5 will be the large. Now the two doublet signals are clearly visible. That is, first signal appear with a doublet according to n+1 rule. Second signal is also appear as a doublet according to n+1 rule. So n+1 rule is applicable. Now first signal intensity is 1:1. Second signal intensity is also 1:1. Therefore simple intensity rules are applicable. So simple multiplicity, simple intensity rules are applicable. Again it become first order. Again it become first order. Is it clear? Now coming to further decreasing from 4.5. Further decreasing the frequency difference between the coupled sets of proton from 4.5 to somewhere. What happens? The two signals are further come very close to each other, and outer line of the two doublets decrease their intensity, inner lines increase their intensity. That is, now you observe the difference between 1, 2, 3. This is the third spectrum, where the frequency difference, that is delta nu say is equal to 2.3 Hertz. So if the frequency difference is large, first order, and this is also first order spectrum, this is also first order spectrum, as the frequency difference is too large. Further decreasing frequency difference from 4.5 to 2.3. What happens? The two signals are further come very close to each other. During the closeness, the inner lines of the, this is one doublet, this is second doublet. So the inner line of the first doublet increases, the inner line of the second doublet. The two inner line increase the intensity, the two outer line decrease the intensity. One doublet, two doublets. There are two doublets with inner line increasing intensity, outer line decreasing intensity. This is happen due to closeness. Is it clear? That is, as decreasing the frequency difference between the coupled sets of a proton, the intensity of the signal is no longer symmetrical. Why? During the moving together to close, the inner line increasing intensity, outer line decreasing intensity. You compare these two, where here the signal intensity is 1:1. Now these two outer line intensity will be decreased in the third spectrum, and the two outer line intensity will be increased, and these two decreases. There is no 1:1. This is one doublet, this is second doublet, but the intensity is not 1:1. That means the intensity is no longer symmetrical. That is, the symmetry of the intensity will be lost due to decreasing frequency difference between these two. Now when the signals are not appearing as 1:1, that means what? A simple intensity rule is not applicable. Simple intensity rule is not applicable. Is it clear? Now coming to further decreasing the frequency difference between the two lines. Now up to 2.3, we have seen a distortion in the intensity of two doublets. The doublets are not exactly 1:1. So simple intensity rule is not applicable. Further decreasing the frequency difference between the coupled sets of proton, the two inner lines are overlapped. The two inner lines are overlapped. Like this. Now, the difference between the two signal delta nu is equal to 0.8 Hz. 0.8 Hz. You observe. So, further decreasing the frequency difference between the coupled sets of proton, what happens? The two inner line get overlapped. Is it clear? Now, when the two inner lines are overlapped, it is not possible to clearly see the two doublets. Is it gives the information regarding the two doublets? No. It does not give the information regarding the two doublets. We have not able to see, we have not able to identify there are two doublets in the spectrum. Why? Because the two inner lines of the two doublets are overlapped due to decreasing frequency. Is it clear? When the two doublets are unable to seen in the spectrum, that indicates what? The signals are not according to n+1 rule. Not n+1 rule. Is it clear? Now, this is second order spectrum. This is also second order spectrum. Second order spectrum, where the intensity get distorted, where the multiplicity also distorted. Therefore, a simple intensity rule and simple multiplicity rules are not applicable to the second order NMR spectrum. However, the signals appear according to n+1 rule, but due to overlapping of some lines of the multiplet signal or multiplet signals, we are unable to identify the number of lines exactly for a proton in its with its multiplicity. Therefore, we should consider a simple intensity, simple multiplicity rules are not applicable to the second order spectrum. So these two are the first order and these two are the second order for the same molecule. If the frequency difference is large, simple intensity rule, simple multiplicity rules are applicable. It comes under first order. Again, a moderate difference in between the two signals, frequency difference is moderate. Again, the two doublets are clearly seen in the spectrum. According to n+1 rule, the intensities are 1:1 according to simple intensity rule. Again, this comes under first order. Now, further decreasing the frequency difference from 4.0 to somewhere, the two signals are come close to each other. During that, inner line increase intensity, outer line decrease intensity. That means the intensity is no longer symmetrical. There is a distortion in the intensities of the two doublets. The two doublets are not exactly appearing as a two doublets. So there is a distortion in the intensity, so that the simple multiplicity intensity rule is not applicable. So this comes under second order. Further decreasing the frequency, the two inner line of the two doublets get overlapped. So it look exactly not a two doublets. That is, n+1 rule is not applicable. Therefore, it also comes under second order spectrum. So this is about second order spectrum in brief. Delta nu divided by J, if is equal to 0 to 5, then the spectrum of those molecules are called as second order. For the second order NMR spectrum, the signals are not exactly according to n+1 rule, and the signal intensity, the multiplicity signal intensities are not according to simple intensity rule. So these two rules are not applicable. There is a distortion is observed in the multiplicity, and there is a overlapping is also observed in the multiplicity. Those are spectrum become complex. The spectrum become complex. Is it clear? So up to this, the second order NMR spectrum is completed. Now we have to study some specific examples under both first order and second order as per as your syllabus. Now, examples under first order. AX system. AX system. So you have given in your syllabus regarding AX system, AX2 system, AX3 system, A2X3 system, AMX system under first order, and AB system, ABC system under second order. So these are the systems specifically included in the syllabus. Let us study one by one. Now first system is AX system. Now in a molecule which consisting of two protons of non-equivalent, there is no subscript. A consisting one proton, X consisting one proton. So any molecule consisting of two non-equivalent protons coupled with each other and are separated by large frequency difference. Why large frequency? There is a X letter. When there is a large frequency, we should use AMX letters according to Popple's notation. When the system consisting X, we must consider the frequency difference between the two sets of coupled proton is large. So as per the definition, a molecule containing the two protons of non-equivalent coupled with each other and are separated by large frequency difference, then the spectrum of those molecules are called as AX systems. AX systems. Example you take CH, two protons, you keep aldehyde group here, you keep the two other groups here, alpha dichloroacetaldehyde. Now it has the two protons. Now this proton appear at 4.7, aldehyde proton appear at 9.8. These two protons are non-equivalent. Are they non-equivalent or not? Non-equivalent. 4.7 and 9.8. So this proton coupled with this proton and appear as a doublet. This proton is also coupled with this proton. This signal is also appear as doublet. So the frequency difference between the two sets of proton is large. 9.8 minus 4.7 nearly equal to 5. So it is large. Therefore, we should designate with AMX letters. So higher delta value got A, the lower delta value got X. This system become AX system. The whole system become AX. Why it is AX? Because A group has one proton, X group has one proton. Therefore it is AX system, separated by large frequency difference. When there is a X letter, the spectrum comes under first order. So it is AX system of first order. Now when there is a first order, the signal must be according to n+1 rule and intensity must be according to simple intensity rule, that is Pascal triangle. So its spectrum, it has the two doublets. This is one doublet corresponding to aldehyde proton, that is A, and the second doublet corresponding to X, that is methine proton, CHCl2. The signals are according to n+1 rule, doublet and doublet, and doublets with equal intensity, that is 1:1, 1:1. So this is AX system of first order. This is AX system of first order. Is it clear? Now you can change the examples under AX system by replacement of these two groups with other groups, with other any other substituents. So these two protons must be AX system. Now coming to AX2 system. Coming to AX2 system. Now the designation itself indicated there are two sets of protons, two sets of non-equivalent protons. One is A set, other one is X set. So a molecule which consisting of two sets of non-equivalent proton in the ratio of 1:2. In the ratio of 1:2, because the A group consisting one proton, X consisting two protons. Two non-equivalent proton in the ratio of 1:2 coupled with each other and are separated by large frequency difference, because X letter indicated there is a large frequency difference between the two coupled sets of protons. So once again, any molecule consisting of two non-equivalent sets of proton with a ratio of 1:2, that is one group consisting only one proton, the other group consisting the two proton, coupled with each other and separated by a large frequency difference. Those molecules are called as AX2 systems. AX2 systems. For example, you take the same example as previously studied with monosubstituted acetaldehyde. C H H chloro C double bond O hydrogen alpha chloroacetaldehyde. You see, there are two sets of non-equivalent. One set contain one proton, the second set consisting two protons. So aldehyde proton appear at 9.8. This methylene proton attached to chlorine appear at 4.2. There is a large frequency difference. So the higher delta value proton is A proton. The lower delta value proton is X proton, where X has the two protons, therefore X2. So this become AX2 system. AX2 system of first order. AX2 system of first order. Now, coming to multiplicity. A aldehyde proton coupled with the two methylene proton, 1+2 triplet. Aldehyde appear as a triplet. The two proton coupled with only one aldehyde proton, that is 1+1 doublet. The methylene proton appear as doublet. So this is AX2 system of first order. Because the large frequency difference indicated it is first order. Now its spectrum consisting of a triplet signal for aldehyde proton, a doublet signal for methylene proton, a doublet signal for methylene proton. This is A proton signal, this is X proton signal. X has two protons. Is it clear? Now, the multiplicity is according to triplet, appearing as triplet according to n+1 rule. It is doublet again according to n+1 rule. So simple multiplicity rule is applicable. Now coming to intensity, triplet has exactly 1:2:1 intensity. The doublet has exactly 1:1 intensity. Is it clear? So simple intensity rules are also applicable. So this is first order spectrum. First order spectrum of AX2 system. Is it clear? Now, other example. Now other example, where one set consisting one proton, the second set consisting of the two proton. You keep any two groups. Say I am keeping X groups, two X groups. one R group here, whatever it may be. Now, because of 2x group, it has higher delta value. This is A proton. Now, these two are, because of alkyl, these two proton has lower delta value. This comes under X. X has 2 proton. Now, a triplet signal is appear for A proton. A doublet signal is appear for X proton. So, this is the whole spectrum, whole system become AX2 system, first order. AX2 system, first order. Its spectrum has, similar to the aldehyde, it has a triplet signal and a doublet signal with 1:2:1 with 1:1 intensity. So this is first order of AX2 system. AX2 system. Now coming to the third example, AX3 system. AX3 system. Now what is AX3 system? Any molecule that consisting of two non-equivalent sets of protons in the ratio of 1:3. 1:3. That is, one set should contain 1 proton, the other set should contain 3 proton, because A has only 1 proton, X has 3 proton. Two sets of non-equivalent proton in the ratio of 1:3 coupled with each other and separated by the large frequency difference are called as AX3 systems. A protons in 1:3 ratio coupled with each other and if separated by large frequency difference and called as AX3 systems of first order. Now coming to example, you take acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde, where aldehyde proton has 9.8, this CH3 proton has 2.0. Now there is a large frequency difference. This is higher delta value A proton, this is lower delta value X proton. A has 1 proton, X has 3 proton. So the system become AX3. AX3 system. The total system become AX3. Now coming to the multiplicity. Aldehyde proton coupled with 3 adjacent, therefore it is quartet. It is quartet. The CH3 proton coupled with only 1 aldehyde proton, 1 plus 1 doublet. So CH3 appear as doublet, aldehyde proton appear as quartet. Now its spectrum consisting 1 quartet with 1:3:1 intensity, 1 doublet with 1:1 intensity. This is the spectrum. This is quartet corresponding to A proton, doublet corresponding to X proton. This is AX3 system. The intensity is 1:3:3:1. The intensity is 1:1. This is AX3 system and first order. AX3 system and first order. Is it clear? Now you take dichloroethane, CH3 CH ClCl, dichloroethane, two non-equivalent sets in the ratio of 1 proton and 3 protons. Now CH proton appear at 5.1, CH3 proton appear at 1.8. So higher delta value, this is A proton, lower delta value, this is X proton. A has 1 proton, X has 3 proton. So this become AX3 system. AX3 system of first order. Now its spectrum multiplicity 1 plus 3 quartet for A, 1 plus 1 doublet for X. So X proton appear as doublet, A proton appear as quartet. Similar to previous examples. 1:3:1 and 1:1 doublet. This is A proton, this is X3 proton. 1:3:3:1 intensity. 1:1 intensity for doublet, so that it is first order of AX3 system. First order of AX3 system. So this is about AX3 system. Changing the two chloro group with any other. You can make your own examples. For AX3 system, you keep CH3 as such, because 3 protons are required at lower delta value. Now 1 proton is required to appear at higher delta value for A proton. You simply change these two chlorine with any other two groups. You will get n number of examples under AX3 system, like alpha chloropropionic acid, where CH3, CHCl, COOH. CH has 1 proton, CH3 has 3 proton. Alpha chloropropionic acid comes under AX3 system. Now, the other system, AMX system. AMX system. AMX system. Now the name itself indicated 3 non-equivalent sets of protons. We have studied in the first class that the nomenclature is only for coupled proton. So there is AMX. This is the nomenclature given to a system indicated. These 3 are coupled with each other. So a molecule consisting of 3 non-equivalent protons in the ratio of 1:1:1 coupled with each other and are separated by large frequency difference comes under AMX systems. You can make the examples like this. You keep 1 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen here. Now we need a proton in the ratio of 1:1:1. So there are 3 protons. You keep the 2 different groups. Chlorine, chlorine here. Say any alkyl group here. Now you keep 1, say bromine here. So these 3 become non-equivalent. Now because of chlorine, it has a more delta value, that is A. Because of alkyl group, this proton has lower delta value, this is X. This proton is in between A and X, therefore it is M. So A proton, M proton, X proton with 1 hydrogen in each are non-equivalent and coupled with each other. Is it clear? The multiplicity. This proton coupled with only middle proton appear as doublet. The middle proton coupled with X proton as well as A proton appear as triplet. The X proton coupled with only M proton, not with A proton, appear as doublet. So the 2 doublets and middle proton appear as triplet. 1 doublet for A proton, a triplet for M, a triplet for M, a doublet for X. A doublet for X. This is X proton. Now with 1:1 intensity, 1:2:1 intensity, 1:1 intensity. Therefore, this is AMX system of first order. So AMX system of first order. Now similarly, you can take other examples with increasing number of, under same system with increasing number of proton in each set. That is ethyl alcohol, CH3, CH2OH, ethyl alcohol. So this proton has higher delta value, therefore it is A. This proton has lower delta value, this is X. This proton has in between moderate delta value, therefore it is to be designated with M. A has one proton, no need to designate with separately with subscript. Now M has two proton. M has two proton. X has three proton. Now A coupled with M, CH2 proton and appear as triplet. Now M coupled with 3 proton and 1 proton, 4 plus 1, it is quintet. Now X coupled with only M set of proton, that is CH2, 1 plus 2 triplet. So this appear as triplet. So this is the spectrum of A M2 X3. A M2 X3. A M X3 sets of proton. A has 1 proton, M has 2 proton, X has 3 proton. A proton with higher delta value, X proton with lower delta value, M proton for moderate delta value. So there are 2 protons. So it becomes a M2 X3 system. A M2 X3 system. Now its spectrum contain A triplet, 1:2:1 intensity. This is A proton signal. Now M appear as quintet, 1, 4, 6, 4 and 1. 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. 1:4:6:4:1 intensity. This is for M2 proton. Now coming to X appear as triplet with 1:2:1. This is X proton. It has 3 hydrogens. So this is a M2 X3 system of first order. So in that way we can construct n number of examples, changing the oxygen group with other. Now the other system, A2 X3 system. A2 X3 system. You observe there are only 2 sets, A set and X set. 2 sets of proton. A molecule which consisting of 2 sets of proton. Here A has 2 proton, X has 3 proton. So a molecule with 2 sets of proton in the ratio of 2:3. One set should contain 2 proton, the other set contain 3 proton, coupled with each other and separated by large frequency difference. A molecule with 2 sets of non-equivalent proton in the ratio of 2:3, coupled with each other and are separated by the large frequency difference, are called as A2 X3 systems. A2 X3 systems. Example, ethyl chloride, CH3 CH2 Cl, ethyl chloride. Now this proton appear at 4.9, CH3 appear at 1.2. So this has higher delta value, therefore it is A. This has lower delta value, therefore it is designated with X. So the higher delta value proton is designated with A, lower delta value proton is designated with X. So the first set of proton has 2. A group consisting of 2 proton, that is A2. X group consisting 3 proton, that is X3. So this become A2 X3 system. A2 X3 system. Coming to multiplicity. A set of proton coupled with X. X has 3. 1 plus 3 quartet. So A proton appear with a quartet multiplicity. X has 3 proton coupled with its 2 adjacent, a triplet multiplicity. Now its spectrum contain A signal as quartet, 1:3:3:1, 1 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. This is corresponding to a set of proton which has 2 hydrogens. Now X appear as a triplet with 1 is to 2 is to 1 intensity. This is X set of proton signal consisting of 3 hydrogens. Now this become A2X3 system. A2X3 system comes under first order. Why it is first order? Because the frequency difference is large. Therefore, we should designate each set of proton with AMX letter. Hence, when we designated with AMX letter, the spectrum comes under first order. When there is a large frequency difference between the coupled proton, the spectrum comes under first order. So, this is about A2X3 system. So, you make your own example by replacing this group, chlorine group, with either carboxylic acid. You keep COOH. This as such A2, this as such X3. Now you replace chlorine with some oxygen, or you replace chlorine with some other halogens or any other groups. You will get more number of examples under the same system. A2X3 fixed has the two sets of non-equivalent with 2:3 ratio coupled with each other, should be separated by large frequency difference. Comes under A2X3 system of first order spectrum. Is it clear? Now, so these are the examples included under first order NMR in your syllabus. Now, coming to other system, AB system. AB system. AB system. Now, what is AB system? Now, you see, there are only two sets of proton. A, one is B. One is A, another one is B. So, a molecule which consisting of two non-equivalent protons in the ratio of 1:1 coupled with each other but separated by small frequency difference. Small frequency difference, that is, their delta nu divided by J should be 0 to 5. 0 to 5. So, a molecule which consisting of two protons of non-equivalent coupled with each other but separated with a smaller frequency difference. In the earlier systems, where the coupled proton signals are separated by large frequency difference. So, that comes under first order. Now, here B. This system includes B. When we use ABC letters, when there is a smaller frequency difference. Therefore, a proton with a smaller frequency separated with a smaller frequency difference, that is delta nu divided by J is in between 0 to 5. So that comes under AB system. For example, you take a furan, a thiophene system with a bromine with an oxygen, tertiary butyl group. Now, there are two hydrogens. Hydrogen 1, two aromatic hydrogens. Now, this hydrogen is adjacent to bromine, therefore has higher delta value. This become A. Now, this proton is adjacent to sulfur. It has lower delta value. It is to be designated with B, because the frequency difference between these two protons, one is A, other one is B, is equal to 3.6 plus or minus 0.2 Hz. 3.6 plus or minus 0.2 Hz. J is equal to 3.3 Hz. Now, delta nu divided by J is equal to 3.6 divided by 3.3, that become greater than 1. The value is under 0 to 5. Therefore, one proton should, now under this condition, what we should use to designate ABC letters. Now, one is designated with A, the other with designated with B. When the condition is delta nu divided by A ratio is in between 0 to 5, then we have to use ABC letters. Now for this system, delta nu divided by J is greater than 1. The value is under 0 to 5. Therefore, we should use ABC system. One proton is designated with A, other proton is designated with B. So this becomes AB system. This becomes AB system. Now a doublet is appear for A, a doublet is also appear for B. Now it's a spectrum. Now there are two doublets in the spectrum with distorted in the intensity. One doublet corresponding to A, other doublet corresponding to B. The delta nu between these two is less. Frequency difference between the two signal is less. Now we have studied that in the second order spectrum, where the intensity is no longer symmetrical, there is a distortion in the intensity. However, the signals are appear with the two doublets, but their intensities are less. Their intensities are not equal. The intensity is not 1:1, not 1:1. So therefore, this become AB system. This become AB system and second order. And second order. So so this is the AB system. You construct your own examples by changing bromine and the two other groups. So we can construct our own examples with different examples. For example, you take hydrogen, chlorine, bromine and bromine. Dibromo dichloroethane, where this is the proton with two chlorine adjacent A, this is the proton with two bromine adjacent B, because electronegativity difference between chlorine and bromine is very similar or very close. Therefore, these are the AB proton. A doublet appear, B doublet appear. This is AB system. This is AB system and comes under second order. This comes under second order. So in this way, we can construct our own examples. You construct your own examples during the writing of examination, not with respect to the notes provided to you. You construct your own examples with a basic idea. Now, the last system, ABC system. ABC, like AMX, there is ABC system. You observe 1 set, 2 set, 3 set. A molecule with 3 sets of proton in the ratio of 1 proton, 1 proton, 1 proton, 1:1:1 proton, coupled with each other and separated by small frequency difference. Why small frequency difference? Because when there is a small frequency difference, only under that condition we are using ABC designation, ABC nomenclature. So 1 proton, 2 proton, a molecule with 3 proton in the ratio of 1:1:1, coupled with each other and separated by a smaller frequency difference, comes under ABC system. Example, you take pH, X group, hydrogen here, hydrogen here. Now this is the proton, geminal to phenyl group. Is it clear? This is the proton, trans to phenyl group. This is the proton, cis to phenyl group. Do you observe? One proton is geminal with respect to phenyl, the other proton is trans to phenyl, the other proton is cis to phenyl. That indicates These three protons are non-equivalent, appear separately with three signals. So this is the molecule which consisting of three non-equivalent protons with one proton in each, and are coupled. When these three are non-equivalent, they are coupled with each other. This proton coupled with this proton appear as doublet first. This proton also coupled with this proton, again it becomes split into doublet. So this proton coupled with its cis proton, adjacent cis proton, one doublet is appear. The same proton when coupled with its trans proton, other doublet is appear. That is, the whole multiplicity become double doublet. Similarly, this proton coupled with this proton appear as doublet. This proton also coupled with this proton, again it also appear as double doublet. Now in the same way, this proton coupled with this proton, doublet. This proton coupled with this proton, again doublet. So this is the multiplicity. This is the molecule with 1, 2, 3 non-equivalent protons of multiplicity double doublet and double doublet. Is it clear? Now this is the proton near to phenyl group. Say it has higher delta value, therefore it comes under A. Now this is the proton far away from phenyl group. It is trans to phenyl group. There is no anisotropic effect. So this proton has lower delta value when compared with the other two. Therefore this proton comes under C. Now this is the proton cis to phenyl group, where it is a geminal to phenyl. Higher delta value comes under A. Higher delta proton comes under A, to be designated with letter A. So this proton, in between these two protons, this proton is trans to phenyl ring. There is no anisotropic effect of phenyl on this proton. So it has a lower delta value when compared with this proton and when compared with this proton. This comes under C. It is to be designated with C. Now this is the proton cis to phenyl group, has somewhat more delta value when compared with this proton and less delta value when compared with this proton. That is, this proton has moderate delta value, therefore comes under B. Now A has one proton, B has one proton, C has one proton. So this comes under ABC system. ABC system. Now its spectrum contains double doublet, and one more double doublet. This is for A, this is for B, this is for C. Three double doublet signals are up here. Now they are very close to each other. This is ABC. Sorry, they must be close to each other or very near to each other. Double doublet, immediately another double doublet, immediately another double doublet. As the frequency difference between the three proton is very close, therefore the difference between the three proton is very close, therefore they are appear immediately or very close to each other. This is the double doublet for A proton, this is the double doublet for B proton, double doublet for C proton. So this is ABC system. This comes under ABC system of what? Second order. Of a second order. So these are the different systems included in your syllabus. We have discussed whatever the systems included in the syllabus are covered. One is AX system, AX2 system, AX3 system, A2X3 system, AMX system under first order. AB system, ABC system under second order. Simply you remember when there is a X letter, that comes under first order. When there is a B letter, that comes under second order. Simply you remember, a system consisting X letter comes under first order. A system consisting of B letter comes under second order. Is it clear? Now for first order, you show the signal according to n+1 rule, and you show the multiplicity of the signal according to Pascal triangle. Now for second order, you show the signals with distorted intensities. If it is second order, the intensity must be distorted. You show the signal with distorted intensities and distorted multiplicities very close to each other. While presenting the spectrum for second order, you show the signal very close to each other with distorted intensity. Is it clear? Once again, in brief, any system consisting X letter comes under first order. Any system consisting B letter comes under second order. I have just now explained how to present the spectrum for first order and how to present the spectrum for second order. A first order spectrum with neat multiplicity signals with larger frequency difference, and intensity must be symmetrical. For second order, the signal should be close, some lines must be overlapped, and the intensity must be distorted. In that way you should present. So for ABC examples, for different examples, you change the phenyl group with any other. You keep bromine, you keep chlorine. In place of phenyl, you keep chlorine. In place of phenyl, you keep bromine, or whatever it may be, or other alkyl groups without a proton. So you may get the same system with ABC of the same spectrum and second order. So with changing the phenyl group, you may construct n number of examples and you may present the spectrum. So the spectrum for ABC system, any system of ABC, should be same: double doublet, and double doublet. Is it clear? So with this, first order NMR, second order NMR is completed, and some examples were studied under first order and some examples were also studied under second order NMR. So with this, first order, second order designation, that is nomenclature, first order and second order, and examples were completed. Now in the next lecture, next video lecture, we should discuss about what are the drawbacks for second order spectrum and how to overcome them. Are you following? So in the next lecture, we are going to discuss what are the drawbacks associated with the second order spectrum, what is the difficulty arised while interpreting the second order spectrum to get the molecular information, and how to avoid those difficulties arise during the interpretation will be studied in the next lecture. So with this, I conclude my lecture. Thank you.